And so, with that being said, you was bringing up this book.
Yeah,
man.
bro. I want to show y'all this book. So
this book,
basically, this book. I tell y'all, I refer y'all to a book every time. This is the book that I'm talking about. It's called The Hero's Journey. You know what I'm saying? This basically is kind of like a breakdown of how people go through what they go through and how they get out of the situation. Like, it's literally saying like the best stories or the best people come from fucked up situations. And basically we breaking down the fact that we come from bad situations, but that's not our excuse to stop us to stay in those bad situations. Because I want to roll this over into the, okay, so y'all went through that, but you know, give advice on how to keep going. Give advice on what to do to be able to, you know, get past that. Because there's some guys that's going through that currently as we speak right now. My story is not that unique to the point where I'm that different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot more young men that are going through what we're going through. They didn't grow up with their fathers that don't have the outlet to be able to.
Shit, your story might be even worse.
It's worse than ours. You get what I'm saying? So I want to be able to be that outlet or that look on life to be able to say that's where they came from and where they at right now. You know what I'm saying? I can be better. And the whole point of y'all, if you're younger than me, I always tell him, by the time you turn my age, bro, you should have double what I have. If you don't have double what I have, I failed you as a brother. I tell my little sister the same thing. I tell our little brother the same thing. If you don't have what I have at that age times 20, I failed you. Because I need to make you better. I need to make sure that you don't have to go through those same minor mistakes that I've done, so you can surpass me by the time you get my age. So yeah, y'all check this out, man. It's called A Hero's Journey. Y'all look into it. I'm gonna start showing y'all the books that I refer y'all to, because trust me, I got them all down here. But
and like he said, he read all them books. I read a lot of books for like creative and history. I love history, but I've been reading these books, man, and when I say just that time to myself to reflect on these stuff and stuff like that, man, it made me change my perspective and look on things. And like I said, he challenged me every day. He get on to me a lot harder than what most people would say. But I'm just one of those people where it's just
he
like,
can take it.
I can take it. Like, constructive criticism. And I know it's coming from a genuine place. And when I get on to him, I'm like, bro, what the fuck is you doing?
Yeah.
And he be like,
you got it.
All right, bro, you got it.
Floyd Mayweather just did. It's a clip of Floyd getting on Gervonta Davis saying, "I need you to get this down the third because the scorecards are showing otherwise. You have to do this. If you don't, you're not going to win the fight. I need that." And he was like, "You want me to be honest with you? Because this is what you want. This is what's going to make you better. Because if I don't be honest with you,
I'm hurting you.
And that's going to hold you back." And that's what I continue to run into. Like, for example, with football, I used to be like, bruh, what do I need to do to be a better running back?
Nothing.
They would tell you nothing. They'd be like, "Oh, no, you good." That's not true. It can't be true. What can I do to be a better spouse? Okay, this is what you need to do. Communication is key. This is down the third. Okay, I need to take that into consideration. Constructive criticism. You're never going to be able to grow if you don't take your circumstances and look at them like lessons. Look at the situation of why you're going through what you're going through. Young men, I'm telling you, you have emotions. Accept those emotions for what they are. But what you need to do is take the time to control your emotions. And this is how you control them. You sit in the moment. You focus on how you feel, and you be honest with why you feel the way you feel. If you're pissed off, I'm pissed off, and this is why I'm pissed off. Figure out why you're pissed off. Don't just say I'm mad just because I'm mad. No, I feel a certain way for a reason. Accept why you feel that way. Figure out the why, and then try to find a solution to that why.
Learn how to properly communicate with yourself.
Accept you for who you are, man. Again, here's another book. I keep trying to refer y'all to this, The Law of Human Nature by Robert Greene. I'm going to refer y'all. Kevin Samuels refer y'all to cologne, candles, and shit like that. I want y'all to educate yourself and elevate yourself to the point where you can be an undefeated mind yourself. The power is in knowledge, but to be able to practice that power and move that power, you got to put in action on the knowledge that you learn. So as you see, here's my why. I can't go out here and touch everybody. I'm not going to go out here and be an activist towards black people because it continue to get, motherfuckers get killed all the time. I understand the war game when it comes to the game.
We just sacrificed a lot already.
I'm not doing that. I'm not about to be the next Nipsey Hussle dying because I'm telling y'all the truth. No, I'm going to tell you, the people who get on it, get on it. The people who don't, you don't. You will lose, bro. I'm not about to save everybody. But I created this platform to be able to be a walking example to say, I did it. You can do it too.
The thing about it is with knowledge too, if you have it and it's helpful and it's resourceful, why not teach? But you can only teach the people that want to learn. That goes again with a long ass example in the story everybody have said before. You can lead a horse to a water well or to a lake, and you can't make that motherfucker drink.
You can't, bro. And I'm not gonna cry over it. I'm not gonna cry if you don't believe that the fact that I'm trying to tell you something and you don't want to take my word for it. My results speak for themselves. I'm not about to force you to drink this water.
But the individuals, the young lady, the young women, the young girls, and the boys that want to be a part of this situation and scenario, and that understand us and that can relate to us, I feel like y'all need it. I feel like it's going to be okay. And I know what you feeling like. That room, depressed, crying, hurt. You don't want to show your emotions.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's really okay.
I promise you. Because I wish I had a video. I wish I had the resources to see this, to be able to hear this as a big brother. Me, if I was who I was right now, and I could send a message back to myself and tell myself who I am right now, I'm like, bro, don't make that sacrifice.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Don't do that, bro. Don't say that. You gonna be okay, bro.
This gonna lead you down that path if you make this mistake. So if this gonna lead you down that path, if you take this chance, it's gonna lead you. This is what books are for, to be able to make you prevent certain things. Like, for example, we didn't grow up with our fathers, so there's a book that I will refer you to called The Ways to a Superior Man. Grab me that book, bro. The Ways to a Superior Man. If you, as a young man, or as a young man, and you want to be a better man, if you want to find your purpose, you know what I'm saying, and be able to control your dick, your urges, you know what I'm saying, have dick control, have dick discipline, you need to be able to read this book if you want to be able to find your purpose and stay on top of your craft. This is my why. This is why a lot of people come to me, and then next thing you know, they say, well, your communication is trash. Well, it's because I'm on my grind and I never touch the bottom again. All of this stuff is temporary. I know that my financial peak will be at 45, but I'm going to push that shit to the limit. By the time I turn goddamn 60, 70, 80 years old, I'm going to be a walking billionaire or a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be billions. It comes with a lot. I ain't trying to do all that. But you feel what I'm saying? Like,
I want to be wealthy. I want to be with my family.
I would never be in the same situation. Again, I would never touch the bottom. Get rich or die trying. Death ain't the worst thing that can happen. The suffering is the worst thing that can happen. Death is the easy route. Suffering is the hard part.
I feel like the worst thing that you really could experience as a man and as anybody is being in a situation that you said you never want to be in and going back to that motherfucker. Do you know how hard it was for me to leave a D1 school or a good college and to go back home? Not because I failed, because I chose to go through hell. And I always tell you, we always talk about this, you can never get healthy in the place you got sick.
Yeah, you can never get healthy in a place you got sick.
It don't matter how immune, it doesn't matter what way.
How strong you think you are, your mind is never strong enough for the environment. You're never more powerful than your environment.
Trust me when I say, if you don't go back to a place that made you feel less of a human and humane as possible. When I tell people that, people be like, all right.
Why do you think people move out the hood? Like, they'll move out the hood, then you'll be like, well, get back to the hood. Even if I get back to the hood, it's the mindset of the hood that's what keep people in the hood. You know what I'm saying? It's the mindset of the hood that keeps the hood dirty, and why the police, stay around there versus the suburbs. You know what I'm saying? It's a mindset. It is a business. So to become an undefeated mind, you got to be able to understand the rules.
That shit
go ahead.
Is death. It is death.
It ain't death, bro. That's suffering.
It's suffering to death. Because this is why I say it's suffering to death. Your mindset don't change. If Nipsey would have got out of situations, I'm just saying it, not disrespecting Nipsey Hussle at all. If Nipsey would have got out of situations, been around, yes, help your people, yes, have people around you to protect you, you will still be here.
I don't feel like that's the shit. I feel like Nip spoke his death into his fruition. Again, powerful words, bro. Power versus force. I would grab the book, but I ain't trying to reach all the way over there. But power versus force. And this is off one of his books.
He said it.
So it's kind of one of them things. Like, I would agree with that to a certain degree. Like, again, it come with the territory. In order for you to be a gang member, you know what come with the territory. You know, a man who lived by the sword most likely gonna die by the sword. So. And also, a man who vibrate that high, you know, your words is very powerful. So you got to be able to accept what come with the territory when you speak these type of things. That's why I say, even though you rapping, your verbs, your words is you're putting life out there. You feel me? I believe personally that God gave man the ability to be able to speak life and death into things. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? You got to be able to know what the fuck you talking about. And with Nip, who vibrate on a high frequency, he just spoke his death into existence. But I'm not the type of person. I don't want to talk about his death like that, because I don't never step on another man's toes, and I don't understand that lifestyle. Like that lifestyle that they got going on, that culture, I don't really
get down with it.
Yeah, not even get down with it. I respect it enough to know not to be able to talk on something that I don't know.
And I'm gonna just say, from a personal experience, when it came to any type of involvement or activities of growing in or around the situation, like I said, the whole goal of any affiliate or any gang culture was never created to hurt. It was always created off family. That's any. I
to protect the neighborhood.
Protect your but no, that's a story of old times. I'm talking about now, like revolutionary times back then, because we're not part of. What you mean? Break that down. So the history, the origin of it is to protect your neighborhood,
right?
But now young men are joining stuff and being a part of things because of family. Like, if you don't have that family oriented, it's now, if you don't have that acceptance from your own blood, you get it from somewhere.
I feel like this is the same way with fraternities and sororities. I feel like a lot of people get into it because they want to be liked.
It's the same thing.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, I was presented with being
what I was going to be, but you understand.
But I was just like, dog, this is me. I don't need that to make me feel
accepted important or to have a statue.
But if I was getting into it just from an opportunity standpoint, you know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. Even though my principles don't align with certain things, that's the only reason why I didn't. But if my principles align with that, for sure, I would have maximized that.
And even to this point, because like I tell you, even people in that lifestyle will tell you, you've been around a lot of people. I've seen a lot of people when I went with you to different places, and we went to different places. You seen how it was with me. They also take, bro, you different. Mm-hmm. You vibrate too high. Your energy. You got a bright future, and they know where you come from. You already accepted, even without you being accepted. You accepted. You don't have to prove nothing to nobody. So when we go back into what we said, the words of fruition and what you're doing and what you stand on, your principles, you have to know these two things. You have to know, is this ultimately something that I personally agree with, and does it suit yourself? If you can accept what come with it, this passion, whatever it may be, it can be something that you extremely passionate about, not just the gang life. It's whatever comes with the territory. You got to understand, if you want to be the best football player, the best basketball player, you're going to have to sacrifice time and family, and you damn sure going to have to sacrifice sleep. And it's going to get to that point where you're going to sacrifice the loved ones that you really find in your life. And that comes with any type of category. If you want to be rich, you want to be all this, people are going to come in your life for reasons and seasons. It's not going to always be forever. So once you start realizing that, it'd be hurtful at first once you first get into it.
Yeah, I feel like, I'm sorry to cut you off, because I want to piggyback on that before I lose it.
Nah, go ahead.
You know, I want to come from it from an undefeated mind standpoint of It's gonna take sacrifices and losses and all those things, but it goes back to what I was saying as far as an experience. This whole game is about relationships. So you don't never want to burn a bridge, and you also want to offer value so you can always have relationships, because you never know who might blow, or who you never know who might be like, bro, you helped me out when I need it, or you get what I'm saying? You always believed in me and nobody else did, you get what I'm saying? So that experience, control the narrative. You're always in control. Like, hear what I'm saying? You never want to burn a bridge because you just don't know what the fuck or who the fuck gonna blow up, or who might you need in the future. You never know. So with me, for example, like with all of this stuff, bro, everybody be like, bro, how do you maximize it? You get this on the discount, you get that on the discount. How you bought this, you did that. That is relationships. You got to be able to build relationships. I don't burn no bridge with nobody, even if they low-key, somewhat like kind of disrespect me low-key. It's not even the fact that I'm going to allow you to. It's just I take that in consideration, take note in it. Cool. Say less. Now I know how to operate and move around you and use you to my advantage. You will only hear me when I need something, or when you'll only hear from me when I feel like I can get off on you or benefit off of you. And that's just how the powers that be go. Yeah, I'm finna say that's the powers that be.
That's any type of business move. It's any type of business move. And when we say, if it ain't a good transaction, that goes back into what we said. I said full circle. This is always going to sound repetitive. It's always going to sound like we said this before. If it's not a good transaction for it, damn sure ain't going to make a good one going backwards. If it doesn't make sense, then it's not a good business.
It don't make sense backwards.
It's not a good business. If you only are beneficial to somebody else, and they're not beneficial to anything to you, cut their ass off and drop them like a bad habit.
And you will get temporary satisfaction when you think you feel like you're winning, but you're really losing. And this is the part where I say with social media, it's fucking people head up. Stop allowing people to gas you within the moment. That's only a moment. It's only dopamine for the moment. And when it's gone, it's gone. When it's gone, it's gone. And don't lose the opportunity.
What people find valuable actually on social media is what the perception validation of other people. When in reality, everybody's going through the same shithole. That we just know how to dress it up. People go through insecurities. People go through depression. People go through love loss. People go through the bottom. It's natural. It is normal. It's fucking normal to feel like you don't know what the fuck is going on with your life.
But this society now, they talking about depression and all this.
The purity of it is,
even though that's real, I don't want to be little.
It's very real. The purity of it, and what we always gonna say is, you got to know the difference of being genuine and authentic to yourself.
And you got to see it through, my boy.
You got to see it through, my boy.